This should be an absolute blowout. The Raiders.
It should be.
The Raiders. They're 2-10. The two teams that they beat this season were the goddamn Arizona Cardinals and the Cleveland Browns.
And they could barely beat them then. If you think about it, if we're able to put over 50 points on the Panthers, we should be able to do just the exact same thing, maybe even a little more on the Oakland Raiders, considering they literally got absolutely nobody on their team.
They are probably the worst team in the league right now. They are up there with Arizona Cardinals, with the worst team. I actually even rank them over the Arizona Cardinals as the worst team in the league.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing you need to know about the Raiders this season is that they traded away Khalil Mack. Yes, they got, what, two first-round picks out of them or some shit? Congratulations. Do I see them doing anything effective with it? No. Because the Raiders are awful. I don't know what John Gruden is doing. I don't know what his mindset is. I don't know if he's trying to rebuild. I don't know if he's destroying the Raiders on purpose because he might have grown up a goddamn Chiefs fan. I don't fucking know.
I really don't know.
The Raiders are god. They traded away Khalil Mack. That's like that's like the Colts trading away Peyton Manning after they won the Super Bowl against the Bears. That's like the Packers trading away Brett Favre after they beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl. That's like the Patriots trading away Tom Brady after that 2007 MVP season.
That's like the Steelers traded away Troy Polamalu after he won NFL Defensive Player of the Year back in 2010.
Hell, that's like us trading away Franco Harris after the Immaculate Reception.
The Raiders traded away Khalil Mack. I understand they had bad contract negotiations, but it's like you have a player, one of the best defensive players in the league, and Khalil Mack, and you're just going to trade him away.
You have the best defensive, in my honest opinion. Now, you can put Aaron Donald up there, but in my opinion, you have the best defensive player in the entire league. He'll probably win Defensive Player of the Year, and you trade him away.
And for God's sake, he's putting up more stats by himself than what the Raiders defense has done all year.
Exactly. The only thing I'm worried about this game, I mean, there's maybe one guy I am somewhat afraid of, or I'm somewhat worried about, and that's probably Jalen Richard, because he's a hell of a effective receiving back. He's a hell of a return specialist. Maybe Jared Cook, since we don't tend to cover tight ends nicely. Maybe.
If you think about it, Jared Cook's probably the best player on the team.
Pretty much. That's actually not. That is kind of sad.
If you think
Derek
about
Carr is completely overrated. Jalen Richard is very underrated in my opinion. He honestly might be their best player. I mean, who they have? Who the fuck did they have?
Yeah, let's go through the Raiders team. Obviously, Derek Carr, who's overrated and inconsistent as hell. Marshawn Lynch is out for the season. Doug Martin ain't what he used to be back when he was with the Buccaneers. Jalen Richard, like you said, is probably he's a versatile player and probably their best player on the team. You never know. He got rid of Amari Cooper, and look what he's done for the Cowboys. He's done fantastic so far.
Martavis Bryant, who we absolutely fucking robbed the Raiders. Let's remember, we completely robbed the Raiders in the fucking draft. They traded away a third-round pick for Martavis Bryant, and he is currently injured.
I'm not even sure if he's going to be playing. They got Seth Roberts. They got Jordy Nelson. They got Jared Cook. They got a decent offensive line, but it ain't what it used to be back when it won Offensive Line of the Year.
And I
don't know how.
Yeah, and their defense is absolutely, excuse me, atrocious. They have no pass rush. They have no secondary. They have barely any corners. Who the hell they have? Garyon Conley and some garbage dude on the opposite side. I can remember his name. They got rid of Obi Melifonwu, although he wasn't really doing too stellar because he was dealing with injuries and everything. But, someone of his size and his talent and his potential, I don't know why you get rid of him just like that. You drafted him in the second round last year and you just give him away like it's nothing.
Exactly.
They have, what's his name? Carl Joseph.
Carl Joseph, who's not lived up to his first-round potential. Reggie Nelson, who, in my opinion, could very well be a playmaker in a way of this game because he knows Big Ben very well.
Yeah, he has a rich history against Ben. I remember, I think in 2015 when he led the league in interceptions, he picked off Ben at least 3 times.
Yeah, that year.
So he does have some pretty rich history against Ben. But
I will say he's not what he used to be.
Obviously,
he's slower. Not. He's less aware. He's not as great in coverage as he used to be.
He's obviously aging. And that could be all on the Raiders themselves for bringing him down.
Yeah.
And I want to give a huge shout out to Still Made, man, because He was the first to say it. The Raiders are overrated, and it's been proven. You know, they were coming into the 2017 season. I remember coming into the 2017 season, there were 3 top teams in the AFC: the Patriots, the Steelers, and the Raiders. The Raiders are absolutely god awful, and now they're 10-2 or 2-10.
If they
They
were
wish
10
they
and
were
2,
10
then
and 2.
holy shit. But yeah, they're the exact opposite.
They're 2-10. So I want to give a huge shout to Still Made for being absolutely right on that, and I applaud you on that.
Absolutely.
But the one thing I'm mostly worried about in this game is the Steelers playing themselves and the Steelers beating themselves once again. Why? Because I mean, the writing's on the wall.
Look at
it
our
says
history.
it itself.
Look at our history. It
explains itself.
We always freaking be conservative against low-graded teams.
We always play down to inferior competition. We always underestimate inferior competition.
Now, yes,
I understand.
The Raiders may be tanking. The Raiders may be losing on purpose. I get that. But if one morning John Gruden says, you know what, let's try to get a win. If we think that,
and unfortunately, that week just happens to be against us.
And look at our history against low-graded teams. We play absolutely god-awful. And most of the time, we lose.
Yeah. And this could be another one of those. Dude,
so this should absolutely be a complete blowout, but it's hard to say that and see that with the Steelers' history of playing against low-graded teams.
If the Raiders are smart, they would just completely tank this and just lay down and take the beating. But John Gruden is I don't know what the fuck is going on with his fucking fucked up mind. You know, he is absolutely so indifferent with what the fuck he wants. So who fucking knows what he's thinking? Who knows what he's thinking heading into this game? Realistically, he should take the rest of the season and get the first overall pick. I mean, they already have it. It's like right in their laps. He'd be stupid to not tank the season, but who fucking knows with his fucking demented mind? He traded away Khalil Mack. That's all you need to know about John Gruden.
Yeah, basically.
So who knows what the fuck's going on in his demented mind? Steelers, don't underestimate the fucking Raiders. Come in here attacking, dude. You lost 2 straight games. You barely beat the Jags. You played awful against the Broncos. You blew a 16-point fucking lead against the Chargers at home.
Which that was a must-needed win. And you fucking blew that up. You lost that shit. It was right in your fucking hands and you just fucking let them have it. You need to win this game if you want to get back on track.
If we lose this fucking... it may sound like I'm giving up on the team or giving up on the season, but just, first of all, just look at who we have after this. We have the Patriots and the Saints next. Those two could be considered losses. If we lose this game, season might be over.
If we
could,
lose to the
could
Raiders,
probably,
oh man,
we could possibly kiss our playoff spot goodbye. We might barely make the playoffs.
It's pretty laughable if you think about it, because if we lose to the Raiders, how in the hell are we going to beat the Patriots and the Saints?
Dude,
realistically, like for real, think about it.
If we, and I understand that we always play down to inferior competition, we always come back and have a good game after. I understand that. It's in our history. It's in our blood.
But it's like, seriously, the 2-10 Raiders. If we lose this game, how in the hell can we beat the Patriots and the Saints?
How can anyone take us fucking seriously?
Seriously.
If we lose to the fucking Oakland Raiders, I swear to God, Bill Belichick might smile for once. He might. I'm not even joking. He might actually smile for once.
And you know the man barely smiles.
That's my point. He might actually fucking. I'm serious. We cannot go into Oakland, and that's the most thing I'm worried about is that because the way I see it. You guys know our history against Oakland in Oakland and against inferior competition. Last time we faced Oakland in Oakland, the only thing that you need to summarize from that game and that performance is we allowed Terrell Pryor to get the longest touchdown run by a quarterback in NFL history, 93-yard rushing touchdown run on a fucking read option.
Terrell Pryor.
He's a wide receiver now.
Yeah, exactly. He ain't doing anything.
That's in the past.
And that is another reason why we say this is a trap game and why we could lose. It's in Oakland. When the hell was the last time we won in Oakland? Was it 98?
We weren't even born at that point. Wow.
Like, we cannot play good in Oakland. What the hell soever. Like, I don't get why. It's like Oakland has our number in Oakland. I don't get it.
That's why we can't come into this game underestimating them, because it would be the most... I think this would be, honestly, the most embarrassing loss in Steelers history.
Yeah, and the fact that we lost 2 straight games, we have to get this win. And I think the perfect way to do that, specifically on offense, is to run the ball. I understand James Conner has a lower leg contusion, according to Tomlin. I understand he may not play, but I don't care who's back there. I don't. It could be Jalen Samuels. It could be Stephen Riley. It could be Trey Edmonds, who we signed off the practice squad. It could be Roosevelt Nix. It could be Ryan Switzer. It could be Antonio Brown, James Conner. Not James Conner, James Washington. I'll take anybody at running back at this point because the best way to win this game is to run the ball. I don't care if it's the Walmart guy who greets you with a fucking sticker every time you go in there. I don't care if it's the 95-year-old librarian who tells you to be quiet every 5 fucking seconds. I don't care if it's an ant, a raccoon, Steely McBean himself. I don't care. You run that fucking ball.
You have to.
You utilize that rushing game. And if you think about it, this is a great test for Jalen Samuels if freaking James Conner doesn't play. This is a great test for Jalen Samuels.
And honestly, if I'm the Steelers, and I agree completely with everything you said, because I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe the Raiders are second to last in rushing defense.
So why would you not utilize the rushing game?
It's not rocket science. Coaching staff, Tomlin, Fickner. It's not fucking rocket science. They have the 31st ranked rushing defense in the league, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's all you need to know. Run the fuck. It's fine to pass the ball, but have a nice balanced offense and run the fucking ball. And like you said, this would be a good test for James Samuels. Personally, I would sit James Conner in this game because this should be a win for the Steelers. But at the same time, you never really know. But let's just say that we actually won this game. Well, we should definitely win this game. We all know this. James Conner, I mean, there's no point in him to play. It's not. I mean, it's a must-win game, but it's not like it's a big fucking team that it's not like it's the fucking Patriots or the Saints or the Chiefs.
Or the Rams.
It's the fucking Raiders. There's really no point for him to play. Let him rest. Let him sit. Because what's one of the ways how you beat the Patriots? Controlling the clock. How do you do that? With a very nice established rushing game. James Conner, have him sit this week and have him be fully healthy, or at least mostly healthy, heading into the Patriots next week. And like you said, this will be a nice, fun test for Jalen Samuels that way, because I'm sure James Conner will not be 100% healthy against the Patriots. That's why this is a good test for Samuels, and you rotate between Conner and Samuels against the Patriots.
Exactly.
Because you need to run the ball, you need to control the clock, you need to keep Brady off that fucking field, because God knows what the fuck he's going to do when he gets on that fucking field.
Exactly, especially with the defense that we got.
And with Rob Gronkowski and Julian Edelman.
And Josh Gordon. It's like, goddamn. Please, utilize this fucking rush game. This is the perfect game to do it. So no matter who's behind there. You utilize that goddamn rushing game.
That's all you need.
You did it for the past 3 games. I don't get why.
And
you do it right here.
And then that's one thing. Like you said, we didn't do it the last 3 games. What was one of the main reasons why we were on that great 6-game winning streak?
Running the ball.
We fed Conner. He had nearly 100 yards every fucking game. I think he actually did. Correct me if I'm wrong. You know what they say, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Run the fucking ball. Establish a rushing game. That's where this offense is most hot. That's where this offense is most striking. Rushing the ball. Give Samuels, whoever's in the backfield, give them the ball. I know damn well they can thrive in the backfield. Behind Ben. With that offensive line.
Exactly.
Against this defense. Don't come into this game underestimating this team. Basically, all you have to know is offensive line, step up, don't force any turnovers, don't force it to AB, and run the ball. Just run the ball.
And for the defense, continue man coverage, establish a pass rush because you need to.
Yeah, pass rush definitely step up. Stop the run, more man coverage, and don't hit your fucking man. Don't hit your fucking... Don't hit your goddamn teammate when you know you're going to have a surefire fucking interception.
Yeah, Sean Davis. I like you, Sean Davis, but like, goddamn.
I'm not going to hold a grudge against Sean Davis because
of that. Neither am I, but it's like, you see a guy who's going to get a pick and you just hit the motherfucker. It's like, what the hell? Stop dead in your tracks. Like, come on. So, yes, please, defense, do not hit your fucking own teammates.
That's all you need to know. That's pretty much the preview. I don't know how the fuck this preview went over 14 minutes. I don't know why we're wasting this much time on the goddamn Raiders. But fuck it. The Oakland Raiders, man. We got the Oakland Raiders this Sunday. Unfortunately, we might miss the game because we're going to be working that fucking day. I'm sure it will be recorded. We'll be able to watch it on DVR and shit, so we'll definitely give you a recap. Hopefully the same night, if not definitely the Monday after. But Steelers versus Raiders, man, this definitely should be a guaranteed win. But knowing the Steelers, knowing their history, who fucking knows? We may be over-exaggerating because the Raiders could definitely take him, but like I said, who knows what the fuck's going on in John Gruden's demented mind.
Exactly.
Only thing you have to know is he traded Khalil Mack. He's fucking weird. We'll see what happens this Sunday. This should be a guaranteed win. Don't underestimate the team. Run the fucking ball. That's all you need to know. Let's get this win. This is a must win. We can't head back home against the Patriots with a loss to Oakland. Do you understand how embarrassing and how insulting and how I don't even know what the fucking word is. It's not fucking. We're not gonna be realistic to beat the Patriots if we lose to Oakland. We're not going to be legit enough.
Exactly.
We have to win this game.
This is a must-win game. Get it done, Steelers.
Short and simple. This is a must-win. We have to win this game. If we don't, I'm sorry, season's over. But we have to win this game.
Like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you later.
Peace!